A bipartisan group of lawmakers put forward a new pandemic relief package to be passed by the end of the year. So what could this legislation mean for small businesses and families in our community? Joining us to discuss this topic is Neil Bradley, the Executive Vice President and Chief Policy Officer of the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. Welcome, Neil.
Oh, thanks for having me, Sandy. It's a pleasure to be with you.
Of course, and we said earlier, I know you wish you were here in Palm Springs, but you're in D.C., and we're happy to talk to you because we really want to know what will happen, Neil, if this bill is not passed by the end of the year.
Well, in a word, it would be catastrophic for tens of thousands of small businesses there in Palm Springs, across the state of California and the United States, and for tens of millions of families. You know, we just got fresh data out of the Census Bureau. Last month, 39% of small businesses, both across the country and there in California, reported reduced revenue. We have about twice as many small businesses that are having to let employees go, 13% there in California, as are able to add new employees. So these are economic numbers unlike anything we've seen since the spring. And without additional assistance from Washington, a lot of these small businesses are going to close permanently, and that'll bring devastation to lots of communities and lots of families across the country. That's why it's so critical that Congress come together and get this deal done.
Well, you are so right, and those statistics speak for California, but here in the Coachella Valley, 25% of our population is employed by the tourist industry, of course, because we are a resort community for the most part, also agricultural. So this severely impacts us. What can we do, Neil? What can we do? Can we call our congressmen, our senators? What can we do to really make an effort to get this passed by the end of the year?
You can do all of the above, and at the U.S. Chamber, we want to make it easy for you. So go to uschamber.com. That's uschamber.com. You can learn more about the pandemic relief legislation, but more importantly, with a click of a button, you can send a note to your two senators, to your member of Congress, and demand action. You can let them know that you want them to get this pandemic relief done before they come home, and that it's going to make the difference for those tourism businesses there in Palm Springs, as well as for families across the valley and throughout the United States.
Well, I think, thank you for that information. So important, Neil. And I think it's important that we realize this is a bipartisan bill, is it not? So it really does need to have everyone's cooperation, and we certainly will do our part, I know, in the Coachella Valley to make sure that we go to the link you mentioned and make sure that our people in Washington understand that this is crucial for our financial future.
Well, that's right. Thank you so much. Again, that's uschamber.com. And really, time is of the essence. There's a bipartisan deal on the table. We can get it done in the next couple of days. Just make your voice heard. Remember, these elected officials, they work for us, not the other way around. So let them know how you feel. Let them know that we expect them to deliver on pandemic relief for small businesses and families in California and across the country.
Great. Thank you so much, Neil. Thanks for all you're doing for us in Washington. Happy holidays to you, and stay safe.
Happy holidays to you, Sandy. Thanks so much.